What the heck? So, ladies and gents, my name is Koryzma. I stream on Twitch. I say arguably questionable things, but here is a fun fact about me. A fun fact about me is leg day is my favorite day of the gym. I genuinely love doing squats. I feel like it's my best movement, and I'm obsessed with it. This is a podcast style talk show where we invite new guests each show to give their takes on common people's stories and struggles. Once the chat has had a chance, the chat will have a chance to give their take in as well. Let us know what you think, and we'll get to your takes on the show if we can. Later in the show, we'll play a game with our guests, so stick around and enjoy Takes with Koryzma. But ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to have a man who is anime, who is Wiggle's biggest op, and is the king of never finishing a game. Ladies and gentlemen,
God damn it.
NeoAoshi. How you doing, man? Welcome in.
What's going on? How you doing?
Good, brother.
I'm in the Koryzma house now.
He's here, ladies and gentlemen. It's happened.
Holy shit, dude.
But yes.
Who told you that? Is that Wiggles?
Wiggle, dude, Wiggle, like I'm saying, he's your biggest op, man, and he's out there always. He'll be here. He'll be like, dude, you'll never guess. Neo didn't finish another game, and I was like, that's crazy. And I'm like, but and then I try to hit him with, you finished Final Fantasy, all right? You did. I watched him finish Sekiro.
You did. You saw me finish that. You were there, dude.
I watched that shit live, bro.
And last week I finished Expedition 33, so let's go.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Goated. Dude, yeah. I would imagine, dude, I've heard nothing but good things, and people are like they're telling me I need to play this game.
You should. It's really great. Even if you're not a turn-based guy, this is a good game. This is like the game that will get you into that shit.
And those things, I do like turn-based. Like, I enjoy Pokemon, at least the originals and stuff. I like things like Persona, so I'm like, there's no way I'm not gonna like this.
It's got that Persona's flair to it too.
Dude,
and soundtrack is incredible, man. I'm telling you. It's good. You gotta check this game out.
Actually, funny you say that. One of my apprentices, Cole, aka C Diddy, he'll be there. I'll be playing music on the radio and be like, "Look, man, and what the hell's that song?" He always says, "You gotta play this song," and it's like the Lumiere.
Yeah, it's like the theme.
Yeah, it's like the theme. Yeah, and he's like, "Play that shit," and we're on like a scissor lift, and he's just like orchestrating. He's like fired up. He's like, "Let's do this, man!" And I'm like, "Dude, you gotta."
French music has never gotten me so hyped before.
Dude, it's
great.
And I the first time I played it, or like I played the song, I was like, okay, like I didn't get the vibe because I haven't played the game. I've seen gameplay, and I'm like, I know the moment I start playing that game, it's gonna be like I'm gonna be doing the same thing. I'll be like, because it's gonna be hitting harder because it's just not hitting the way it needs to hit for me.
I'm playing this soundtrack at work while I'm just like doing my thing.
Dude, let's go.
It's that good.
That's awesome. Neo, why don't you tell the people about yourself?
Well, I guess I stream here on Twitch like you. I play a whole bunch of games. I have a lot of fun doing it. Trying to get more people involved for like some community nights and stuff. This week, Switch 2 comes out. Trying to get people.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that's this week.
That's crazy, dude.
If Walmart doesn't cancel my pre-order, because they have not charged me yet, so I don't know if I'm getting it. I'm trying to do some like Mario Kart games with people. I want to get everybody in there. SGF this week, me and Goth, Honey in the chat. Good to see you, Legally Goth. We're going to be watching that together on Friday. So, I do all kinds of stuff, man. It's going to be a good time. I like streaming and gaming with friends, man. And you being, we talked about this before, but you're on like the West Coast, on East Coast. It's so hard to like sync up with you. And like a lot of actually friends that I've made here on Twitch are all West Coast. So like, man, it's so hard sometimes.
It's so hard.
I love it.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. And like because like it would be like me, like for like yourself, Cass, Criddle, like all these people are like even Cat, like Wang Force. You guys are also like in the future. And I'm like, I'll be like, hey, do you want to do this? Like, you want to play games tonight? They're like, dude, that's like fucking 2 o'clock in the morning for me. Like, I can't, like I can't do that. I'm like, you know what? That's totally fair, man. Like, I don't blame you. It's tough, man. Like, That's why I think time zones are stupid. But if they didn't have them and everyone was on the same time, y'all be like y'all be working in the dark. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I hate that. I hate that idea. That's a bad idea.
It is a bad idea. But it's still like a streamer's biggest op to line people up that make sure that it works.
I'm glad we could do this. I'm very excited. I've watched the show before. It's good stuff. It's a lot of fun. So, dude, this is good, man. I'm excited. I'm all like loosened up now.
I know, dude. I'm all excited because you're rocking the producer seducer shirt. I also have that shirt, but it's so faded because I've worn it so much in the years I've had it.
It's old. This is an old shirt now.
The colors be popping. They don't
make this anymore.
No, dude, and it breaks my heart because like I actually really like that shirt. I do wish one day they would just like unlock like all the previous things and just be like here, but I don't know if they like have to like order in advance or if they do them like built to order. But
yeah. A funny thing actually about shirts, you're wearing that shirt right now. I mentioned this earlier in your chat. We have the same shirt, and the first year, this is a funny story about this because I got this shirt as a gift from Legally Goth's family. They didn't know much about me. It was like our first Christmas together, but they knew I'm like a gamer and I like playing games. So they got me like gamer socks and that shirt. And that's it was super adorable.
It's actually a really comfy shirt.
It's a good shirt.
It's a good shirt. And I do love wearing it because like I feel like if I go out to a like some sort of function and I wear it, and like the people who know I game, they're gonna get a chuckle because they're probably like, "Oh yeah, he probably really did pause his game before he came here."
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
gaming. He'd rather be gaming.
Yeah. Like, I would rather be gaming, man. Like, it's just, don't get me wrong. I'm a social butterfly and I love going out. But like, you know, Metal Gear Solid Delta drops, don't even talk to me. Okay.
Dude,
just
let me give you a little preview because that game, I'm a huge Metal Gear Solid nerd. It's like my favorite games of all time.
Fantastic
that game
games,
comes out this year. I'm trying to do a charity stream.
Yeah.
Like Extra Life, most likely.
Okay.
Of speedrunning every Metal Gear Solid game up until Delta.
Oh, interesting.
So 1, 2, Delta.
I like that. I like that, dude. Like, because three is probably like, it's probably my favorite. It's really hard. It's a toss up between 3 and 4 for me.
Oh damn, 4.
I love 4. I think it's
4 is controversial because it's like a movie.
It is. There's so many damn cutscenes, but like it's I don't know. I think 4 stands up so much to me because it was the first one I ever played.
Oh wow, you played the end, like the last game first. That's crazy.
Yeah. So like the way I ended up playing it is because my roommate, because we've been friends since we were kids, I went over to his house and he was playing it, so I'd watch him play, and then he'd be like, "All right, you play. I'm gonna play my game. I'm gonna play Game Boy." And then I was like, "All right," so I'd try it. I'm like, "Oh, this is really cool. This is really fun." So we kind of would go play back and forth and play. And then he was like, "Hey, dude, if you're enjoying this, before you even come back and play more of this," he handed me the PS1 copy of Metal Gear Solid 1. He's like, "Go home, play this." It's a great friend. He's like, "Go home, play this. When you beat it, bring it back. I'll bring the next one." And then, so that's how I played the original trilogy. And it was amazing, dude. Like playing through crazier.
You got all the context of 4.
Oh my gosh.
Everything made sense.
Nothing made sense to me until I finished 4, and then all these pieces just started falling together. And I'm like, and also I just got old enough to understand things, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Hell yeah. I'm looking forward to Delta. I think it's a really good one because it's like James Bond campiness.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty good. I think people are gonna love it.
I just want to climb up that ladder. I swear to God, if that ladder is not in the game, I'm losing my cool, dude.
I think if they change like a nipple in that game, people are going to be upset. So like, I have a feeling you're going to get the ladder. I have a feeling we're getting the ladder.
I have a feeling we are too, and I feel like if the Konami wants to stay in good books, especially after burning that bridge with Hideo, it is so important that this remake is good.
Oh man, you're familiar with the chaos that was?
Oh, I like, not like the super deep details, but I know that like it was just a nightmare between Hideo and Konami.
It was quite the falling out. It was quite the falling out.
Which is like, from my understanding, super rare in terms of like Japanese companies like that.
Yeah. They try and isolate you until you want to quit. They don't like fire you.
Yeah, they because they don't. Yeah, exactly. They don't want. It's like it's just like it's one of those things, and so it's like
an honor thing or something.
I
don't
think
know.
something like that.
In
Yeah.
their work culture. So
yeah, super excited. And now Neo, I gotta ask. I don't know. How many chimpanzees do you think you could fight in one sitting?
Not gorillas.
Not gorillas, chimpanzees. It's you versus how many? How many do you think you could take?
Oh my god.
Because I know they're strong.
In my current age and in shapeness?
We can go prime for you if you want.
Prime Neo?
Prime Neo, yeah.
Like 24, 25-year-old?
When you're out there bringing out the lightning blade and stuff like that.
Ooh, okay. Prime Neo could probably... Oh, man. I'm gonna keep this really honest. And anyone listening, if you're like, oh, that's so pathetic. Dude, you fucking fight them. Like, let's see. Yeah. All right. It's probably like 3.
I can believe, dude, honestly, I feel like...
And I will lose still.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I feel like... Because, like, I've seen Planet of the Apes, and, like, that's crazy. Like, they're wild, man. Like, I never want to doubt, like, an animal's strength, you know?
Oh, my God. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to look at the chat. But Shonen's out here being like, 3, let's go to the zoo. Let's check it out. Okay, being fair, probably 0. If I'm being, like, completely honest. 3, if I'm, like, really loose, I stretched beforehand. Maybe I got my blood flowing a little bit. Do I get weapons in this situation? Do I get any kind of, like, a chair or something? Like a folding chair?
I'll give you, like, a club.
A club. All right, that's good. That's actually better than I thought I would have. Yeah, man, they're wiry. They're light on their feet. They can jump.
Yeah, dude, man. Oh yeah, dude.
They got 4 hands.
They really do, man. Oh man, and then it's a tough one, right? And I got one more before we get into the games here. So you're sitting, because I've been asking this question for like a week. You're sitting on the toilet, right? Yeah, what would you rather have?
A good activity for me. Go ahead.
What would you rather have beside you in the corner of like the bathroom? A 3-inch spider, a scorpion, a rat, a snake, or a wasp. Now,
wait. What kind of spider are we talking about?
Just like a, like a 3, like just like a, we'll just say like it's just like your typical house spider. It's like a 3-inch, just like a larger one.
Okay. All right. A spider, scorpion, snake, poisonous?
Probably not.
You got to understand, this is like where you're most vulnerable.
That's what I'm saying. They're just doing their animal things.
Oh my god. If they're not bothering me, I don't know. Maybe the rat, because the rat, I don't know, he'll just go about his business.
That's crazy, dude.
They're kind of cute, man. I don't know. They're like, honestly, I would have a pet rat. They're adorable.
I just feel like the rat is a wild take. I mean,
look, spiders creep me out. No, they don't really creep me out, but they're like 8 legs. But scorpions are very dangerous. I wouldn't want that in my vicinity. If it's like a ball python snake, yeah, fuck yeah, I'll hang out with a ball python snake.
That's crazy.
I've held them before. They just love to. They just sit. They just like wrap around stuff and just hang out. That's all they do.
Okay.
So actually, you know what? Ball python. He can like wrap around my leg while I'm doing my business. That's fine.
Okay.
I'm totally cool with that.
Interesting. No, that's cool, man. That's cool.
Final answer.
But I hope you're excited. We got some good stories today.
Oh, hell yeah.
I have shared my screen with you if it makes it easier on like the video.ninja.
Got it. I see you.
So here is our first story. Where'd you go? Why'd you disappear? There you are. But yes. So there we are with our first story of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Am I the asshole for kicking my dad out of the house for having sex in my living room and in my bed?
Wait, I'm not even going to read the paragraph yet. I think it depends on who the person is.
Yep.
Oh, wait. In the bed, though? Wait.
In your bed? So...
I'm just trying to... Okay. This is wait. Can we? Are we going to read the paragraph, or do you want me to do like preliminary? I'm not even looking at it yet.
Well, I'll just read it for you. I'll just read it.
All right, let's do it.
So my dad came to stay with me, 23 so this the Reddit post is a female 23 for a bit last week. He was supposed to stay for 6 days, but on the third day I came home to find him in the middle of sex with a woman on my couch in my living room. The door was wide open and they were loud. Dad was all over the place when he realized I'd caught them, and he told me he hadn't expected me home. I asked him how that was any better. He told me that I was meant to be at work until 5 and it was only 2. I'd cut my hours back for the days he was there that I was supposed to make up over the next 2 weeks. I told him that I'd be home early the 2 days he'd be staying with me already. The woman he was with told me she left her bra in my bedroom and asked if she could get it. Gotta admit, man, that one got me worse, and I kicked the two of them out and told them to go home. His woman tried to shame me for reacting like this, like I was, and I told her to shut up, get her bra, and leave my house. Dad wanted to stay. I told him not after this. He told me he was allowed to have a relationship and that my mom's been gone for 7 years. I told him it did not mean he needed to be having sex in my living room and in my bed. I told him that that was disgusting, that I even said I'd need a new bed. He told me to grow up, and it's not like he made me watch. I almost pushed him out the door. It took me days to calm down. He called a few times, but I couldn't talk to him. When I finally did, he told me I had overreacted, and if I could have sex in his house, he should be given the same privilege. I told him having sex in the bed he slept in. Having sex in the bed he slept in behind closed doors was one thing. I told him it was about respecting me and my space, and it was gross to expect me to sleep in the bed that he screwed that woman in. He told me he loved that woman and I made a bad first impression. I told him I don't care. He told me a couple of days ago I hurt his feelings by kicking him out instead of speaking to him like an adult, that he would hope I'd calm down enough because he wants to introduce me to this woman and officially in the future, and we need to reconcile before then, but he's not going to accept being treated like shit for living his life. Yeah, am I the asshole?
May I?
Yeah, you're in, brother, you're in.
After hearing the story now, he is definitely the asshole.
Oh yeah, dude.
He is for sure the asshole. Having sex in your parents' house when you're growing up in like high school or whatever, you're not doing. You're keeping it private, right? Hopefully, you're keeping it in your bedroom. It's another thing when you're a guest in your daughter who you birthed with your mother, yeah, right, raised, and just getting your dick out in their place, just doing your thing. Come on. And that is not a good first impression if you want to introduce your daughter to this woman. No, right? That's not how you do. You do it over dinner or lunch or coffee or something, right? You do it in like a neutral place that's like 100%. That's how I would do it. But no, you're absolutely not the asshole. Are you kidding me, dude? And he has no right to be mad. I feel like it's one thing, the couch, I guess, right? But her bed is crazy. Yeah. And sorry, my bra's on your bed. Like that. I would have been like, oh, hell no, dude. Like, are you fucking kidding me? But like, and I also feel like, how he was giving her shit about having sex in his house? Bro, she was probably on her bed. You know what I mean? Like she's not like, oh, my dad's away for the night. Let's go fuck on that bed. It's like, no. Look, we've all done it. We know, well, not that specifically. Had sex in our parents. Oh yeah, right? Exactly. Like if you it's just growing up. It's one of those things you like. You want it, so you try to do whatever you can to get away with it. Exactly. And it's one thing. Oh man, but like, if I had to let me put myself in her shoes for a minute. I had my dad over. Maybe my mom's been dead for, whatever, gone for years, whatever this post said, 7 years. And I'm like, here, Dad, let's spend the weekend together. And then I come home early from work to find him just like ass naked with some woman. Yeah. Like, yeah, that's not great for your daughter to see. That's not a good thing that you want your daughter to be exposed to. I'm going to be honest. I would be very ashamed as that man. I was going to say, I don't know if I ever want to see my dad naked. I'm going to be honest. Like, I feel like if I just walked in on it, I'd be like, this is the most awkward and uncomfortable moment I've ever been in my life, man. Like, the relationship is different when it's like your daughter. You know what I mean? 1,000% though. 1,000%. Shonen in the chat says, I feel like if this wasn't a blood relationship, if they were just two friends, that would still be unacceptable behavior from a guest. Valid.
I mean, if they have a spare room though, at least go there.
That's what
you know what I mean. That's the purpose of it. You know, like sorry.
Yeah, if you had a place to like if you had him over and he's like, yeah, you're sleeping on like the guest room or whatever.
Yeah,
that's where it happens. That's where you do it. I'll wash those sheets later. You know what
exactly.
I mean?
Like you can wash it, or like, you know, just say, hey, like just treat it like an Airbnb. If you guys plow on that bed, please just pull all the bed sheets off when you leave, and then I can know I gotta wash this shit.
That's the respectful thing.
It is, right? Like, it's because that's crazy, man. Like, I feel like I mean, like, I get it. Like, I get it. He's an adult, so he's like, you know, the mood strikes, and it is.
What is she? She's 24. Is that what it said? Is that what it said?
She is 23.
Like, oh, 23. Or my daughter's an adult now, right? Like, we're both adults. We can, but it's still a father-daughter relationship.
It is still, exactly. It's not like
role model. You still got to be a role model, man.
100%. And like, you know, I get that she wasn't expecting her back for a few more hours, but like at least give her that common courtesy of like, let's just not do it on the bed. That's the part that's driving me crazy.
Yeah, dude, on her bed of all places,
her bed is
super fucked up. That's super fucked up.
Yeah. The first comment, not the asshole, and you made a bad impression. I'd be telling Dad that he and his woman made a bad impression. You've been clear that the issue isn't that he's living his life, but that he's disrespecting your space. He was over the top inappropriate, and I'd be making darn sure that the introductions didn't happen until he gave an a proper apology, or B gave you a new mattress, because those are weird juices you don't want on the bed.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah.
I love these stories where the wrongdoer in most cases try and make these like excuses like it's not such a big deal, like don't worry about it, but like you don't get to decide that if it's a big deal or not, especially when it's my space.
Yeah, well, exactly. It'd be like me coming to your house and like for the first time and just helping myself to your food, and you'd be like cool, but maybe ask.
Yeah.
Right? Like I feel like that's simple enough. Or like, you know, maybe I put my feet on a table or something. You're like, hey, we don't do that here.
We use a coaster in this house.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like, could you, like, it's just like, and you don't see me coming up trying to fuck up your feng shui, man. Like,
yeah, you be respectful in someone else's space. That's, you know, you ask and it's okay to ask. Right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Honey, do you mind if I have sex with this woman you've never met on your couch in bed? That's all, you know, we could have started there. That would have been cool.
You know, or maybe just even ask. Yeah, exactly. Like, just be, hey, I've been seeing this lady. I would love for you to meet her. Is it cool if she's here by the time you arrive? You know, like, that's crazy.
That's smart. Warming, like, hey, honey, I'm seeing a woman now. Would you be interested in meeting her? These are good things. These are good things.
Exactly.
Oh man, what a story this is. Let's see him.
Not the asshole. Having sex in the living room was bad enough because it's a shared space, but okay. But having sex in your bed is disgusting. Someone had sex in my bed, I would immediately kick them out too. I don't care if it's my mom or my dad. Hell, I don't care if it's God himself. If you have sex in my bed, get out of my house.
Yeah, fuck you, God. Get out of my house.
Dude, for real, man. Like, don't be banging in my bed. But yeah, I'm not gonna honest. Not the asshole.
I'm assuming. Oh, I agree 100%. I'm assuming most of the comments here do agree that she is not the asshole.
Yeah.
I got to assume that it's probably like 99%.
And the original poster actually replied on this one. It says, that's how I feel. The thought of anyone having sex with their partners in my bed feels so disrespectful. They didn't even clean up after themselves before they moved to the living room. Oh, that's ooh.
Oh God, Jesus, man.
That's nasty, man. How do you, and like that's, and then yeah, not the asshole. Like, why do you need to do it in your house on your bed? Everyone's.
I'm gonna need you to do a Control F. I want to know the YTA. Oh,
wait, what?
Control F YTA. Who said you're the asshole?
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
I want to see that person.
Control F YTA. 0.
Perfect. All right. We nailed it, guys. I don't know if Reddit will pick all the comments and replies, but just wanted to see
just make sure. Absolutely. Just to be like, yeah, nope, definitely not. Because someone was like, I can't believe you'd kick your dad out. All he was doing was just making you a sister. Like, that's...
He's just trying to find happiness, man.
Yeah,
why you gotta
exactly.
ruin his life? He deserves love.
He deserves it.
Not on my bed.
Dude, literally, bro. Like, it's like, I get it, but damn, man. But
holy shit. Yeah,
not the ass. Dude, I love them too. Good. They're so funny, man, because like some of them are just so outrageous. And like but some of them, they're like, they come at you and they're like, I feel like you're like, you just need confirmation of your story, and it's like you're good.
Sometimes you need to know you're not crazy. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I get that. And you know, these stories, usually it's like, take it with a grain of salt, because it's just one person's side. You know what I mean? Yeah,
exactly. Like some of them,
like I would love to hear the dad's side story of this.
Dude, I would love to. Could you imagine if we found it and he's like, my daughter kicked me out for having sex with my girlfriend.
Look, she wasn't gonna be home till 5. She came home early.
Exactly. Trollbeard in the chat said, I almost had this exact situation. A relative broke my bed frame picking up my cousin's fat friend and putting her on my bed and was gonna fuck her while I wasn't there. I told him that I would have put him down if he had done that, and he knew I was not exaggerating.
Oh my god. I'm gonna recommend everyone pick up the Trollbeard memoirs. He's got stories for days, man. He's so good.
That's crazy. But yeah, are you ready for the next one, man?
Born ready.
Am I the asshole for being upset and not picking up my girlfriend from the airport after she married her guy best friend, in parentheses, theoretically for the military healthcare?
Whoa. That headline alone,
there's
a lot going on.
I'm using
who married her guy best friend?
For like military healthcare, theoretically. It sounds like there's no confirmation here.
All right.
But I'm using
more information.
I'm using a throwaway, and a shit ton of people are going to call this fake or me a simp or whatever. I can tell you it's not fake, but maybe I'm a stupid asshole simp POS who's blind. I don't fucking know. I know she freaked the hell out and called me every name in the book because I just can't face her right now. I've been with my girlfriend for over a year now. The first 3 months were amazing, but while we love each other, we fight all the time. And yes, the sex is amazing, and probably because we fight all the time, that it just keys into the worst parts of our personality. This week, she said she was going on a girls' trip to Vegas, and I know her best guy friend, who is like a major reason we fight, is stationed in the Air Force there, and she promised me that no matter what, she wasn't going to see him. Well, guess fucking what? On her way to the airport, she said she had something huge thing she had to tell me when she landed. So I was like panicked the whole hour of her flight, thinking she was going to be pregnant, which is in the grand scheme of things wouldn't be the worst, but it's not really my plan because of my finances right now. So anyways, I was panicked the whole time she was on the plane. When she got down, she texted me, look, I'm going to say this over text because I'm worried how you'll react, but I married Jordan this week. Please don't freak out. It's only so I can get on his healthcare with the Air Force. I saw that. I freaked out. I tried to call her like 1,000 times, but she never picked up. But she would text me back and said, I need you to freak out. Trust me, it's not what you think. I told her she had to pick up and talk to me or else I wasn't going to get her at the airport and she needed to get someone else to go or get an Uber. She freaked out and actually called me. Then I screamed I was such an asshole. I asked her why can't she get a ride home with her friends she went on the trip with or who with her. Then she confessed that she went on the trip by herself, which raised so many questions. So I told her that we needed to talk. And again, she said that I was abandoning her when she had no money for an Uber. I'm so fucking confused. I guess, like, should I go get her or am I the asshole because I won't pick her up? What are your thoughts, man?
Well, good relationships usually depend on communication.
I feel like that's a pretty key factor.
It's like top level. And yes, all right, chat's saying right now, a lot to unpack here. There's a lot to unpack.
Absolutely.
The fact that it's a constant thing that her best friend, her best guy friend, is a constant point of contention. I don't know what they argue about, right? This is just one
side, yeah,
of like their entire relationship. But the fact that she didn't let him know beforehand that this was what she was going to do. B, didn't even let him know that he was going to be there. And of course, he mentions that he was worried that he would be there.
Yeah.
But clearly, she has a relationship with this guy, this friend of hers, to the point where she hides things from her boyfriend.
Yeah.
To this guy, I would say this relationship is not worth it.
100%.
They've been together for a year. If she's going to be lying like this, well, is it not sharing all the information is lying, right? Is that a thing we can agree on?
I agree, because I was going to say she did technically lie because it's not a girls' trip. She said, even though she said it was, right? She says her and the girls trip to Vegas. And then she admitted that she married this guy. And then she admitted it was only her there. So nobody could give her a ride from the airport.
I'd say you find a ride home.
Dude, for real. Like
I
just based on this story and this perspective, it sounds like this relationship is you're wasting your time on both parties. Because to me, it feels like that girl really likes her guy best friend,
and that's okay.
And that's totally okay.
But dragging this guy into it
is what makes it worse.
That's not okay.
Yeah. Right.
Especially when he. I mean, I feel like we're ganging up on this girl, and I feel bad about it. But at the same time, like,
Pusto in the chat. No, you're good. You're good. Pusto in this chat says you need a ride. Call your husband. Oh, that's just really funny. That's just really funny.
Damn, that's a good like mic drop. Like
that is though, dude. That is.
Do it. We're done.
But like, yeah, like don't get me wrong. Like, I'm sure they love each other, but it seems like she's hiding, and like the fact, like you were saying, they're fighting too much about this particular person. So the fact that she cares about this friend so much that she's not. I never expect people to just stop being friends with people in a relationship, but they have to respect the boundaries. And clearly they don't. So I don't think these two should be together.
That's where my thought was going. It's a sign of not respecting your partner when you can't have conversations with them like that. Or it sounds disrespectful to him if this guy has been such like a contentious topic and she goes and does this. This is not a sign that he is respected in this relationship at all.
Yeah.
It's like he's constantly on this in this position where he's like, well, I'm supposed to be your boyfriend, and this guy keeps coming between us, and now you married him. Okay, clearly I am not. Like, I feel like I'm the only one in this. I'm like putting myself in his shoes. Like, it feels like I'm the only one in this relationship. If that's the case.
Well, that's just it, right? It's just one of those things that. Yeah, like he is. Again, this is all based on this story. That he's trying to make sure he's putting the relationship first, is how I'm gathering it, and then she's just kind of like doing her thing. Which, if you just want to kind of do your thing, I feel like that's what single people do. If you want to do your own thing, do it by yourself. You know,
don't drag me behind you.
Yeah, exactly. Don't be stringing me along. You know, and I feel like that's a lot to just. What's the word? It's a lot to kind of just get over after that. Like, this can be a hard thing for him.
Yeah, but I think what he should be doing is cutting ties and just focus on yourself, man.
Absolutely.
And make sure, let her do her thing, because she's clearly not involving you in any decision making in the relationship. She decided this on her own.
100%. She didn't
involve you in a conversation. So let her do her thing.
Let her do her thing.
She did it on her own, man. Do you? I would tell this guy, do you?
Dude, every time when I hear that, I think of like do you ever watch like some stand up?
Yeah, sure.
There's like the Kevin Hart one where he's talking about it's the portion of the bit is your girlfriend doesn't like it when you have fun without her. So then, like, she calls him just to see how he's doing. And you can hear the fun in the background. And then she goes, "Do you, boo boo? Do you?" And so every time I hear "do you," that's what I think of. This makes me laugh. But
it's a good motto.
The first comment says, "Nope, tell her you're done. She's her husband's problem now." So then someone's like
Derek said.
Exactly. Like, she has no money but can fly to Las Vegas. Guess her husband can give her money now. Apparently something is like, is it highly illegal to marry just for the benefits? Probably.
Wait, expand those replies. Let's get a little more clarification on that.
Assuming she's telling the truth, my guess is OP has long been the other man. That's crazy. That's a crazy thing.
Damn, that makes her feel like this boyfriend, the poster, he's just like a wallet, man, to her.
Yeah, and
a convenience.
What if the other dude that they've been fighting about all the time is her real boyfriend?
And he's just been the other guy?
Yeah.
He's just been using?
Like, that's...
Yeah, there's a lot of information we don't know because this is just a glimpse.
Exactly.
Have they met before? Maybe they have, maybe they haven't.
Right? Hard to say. And then some people are saying this could become fraud, but it sounds like some people are saying it sounds like fraud. And then this person said, "Not the asshole. I mean, you know that she went on a trip specifically to see him and marry him, right? She lied to you about what she was doing there. She broke a promise to you as you asked her not to see him. She literally married someone else. She's mad at you about a ride from the airport. If you stay after this, there are no words."
Yeah, seriously. Like, it's like his feelings were not in the equation for this at all.
Not in the equation.
You know what I mean? Like, it's insane. It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, completely. There is no like rhyme or reason. It's just more like it's almost. It just, yeah, like you said, it just feels like she was using him. Based on this story.
Based on this, alone.
Back away slowly. No sudden movements. When you're far enough away, run. Yeah, it's time. It's basically not the chat is saying, or not the chat. The comments are saying, "Not the asshole."
All right, let me get a Control F YTA real quick.
Okay, you got you, man. Control F. Says 0 for 0.
All right, cool. We're good, guys. We're good. We're in the majority. We're good. Holy crap, that's a story.
Absolutely, that is crazy.
I love these. I gotta go down this subreddit more often, man.
Dude, it's crazy because sometimes like it's the titles just. Like, and I'm gonna be honest, a lot of the times I read these for the first time. I just look at the headlines and I go, "Oh, all right, I'm in."
Let's all be surprised together. I love that.
Exactly, right? There was one I read with Rumble Pack, and I read it and I was like, "Oh, that took a turn I was not prepared to happen." All right, this is crazy.
That's a twist. Oh man, I hope we get a twist in these.
Oh, dude, I hope so too. Our next story, man. Am I the asshole for stopping my boyfriend's proposal at our best friend's wedding? And there's an update.
Okay. This is great.
Okay.
First of all, before we even go, do we agree? Like, let's just ask right now, like each other.
Yeah.
Do we agree? Is it chill or not chill to propose at somebody else's wedding?
I'm going to go not chill because I feel like that's taking away from the people, like the bride and groom's special day. Or, you know, like I feel like it's taken away from their special moment. I feel like if it is to happen, that has to be heavily negotiated with said bride and groom.
I think we're on the same page. Okay, perfect. I think I completely agree. That is the only exception, is if the bride is in on it.
100%, because it, like, cool. if they are okay with it and they're like, oh, like, especially if it's like, say, what if it's her best friend, right?
Right.
You know, and maybe they're like, oh my god, that's amazing. Yes.
I've seen TikToks where it's like I helped my best friend propose at my wedding, and it was like a really cute thing, the bouquet catch, and like, you know, like, and then she proposes to her boyfriend, and it was really adorable. Like, that's a good thing, right?
That's like, a great thing.
That's an exception to the rule.
100%, because I feel like something like that only heightens that wedding because it's part of the show, part of the production, right? It's not like they're doing the dance, right? Or everyone's just like, and then all of a sudden, he gets on a knee, and the record scratches, you know? Like,
exactly.
Like every movie you've seen, you're like the bride and groom, like, and like, you know, it's like, hold up, man, like
that feeling in your stomach, and you're pit, like your stomach drops, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be cringy as fuck.
No. It always is too, right?
Yeah.
But
let's read it. Let's take a seat.
Female, 26, and my boyfriend, male, 25, attended a mutual friend's wedding. They're very close friends to us and brought my boyfriend and I together. My boyfriend and I are coming up on our 3-year anniversary, and things were getting pretty serious. Enough so that I very much wanted to marry him. He's sweet, chatty, typically considerate and empathetic. He's the person who I thought was the first to show me what a truly healthy and compassionate relationship was like. He's very serious about us too. We've had long talks about marriage, and it seemed like we were in the agreement with no formal declaration. We had gotten as far as looking at rings, so the chance of a proposal was more of a when, not if. A few weeks before the wedding, us and the engaged couple at the time were hanging out. The topic of weddings were very prevalent, and my boyfriend had cracked a joke about proposing at our friend's wedding. The to-be groom joked back and said, "That'd be funny as hell." This was followed by me and the bride-to-be both shutting it down, trying to be serious, but not thinking he was serious. He was.
It's a bad sign.
It's a bad sign. During the reception, everyone made their speeches and people were getting their food. While our table was waiting, my boyfriend went up to the DJ, and after they played my boyfriend and I's favorite song to scream sing in the car together. Story of My Life by One Direction. I look at him smiling and he's looking around. All of a sudden, he grabs a fork, stands up and begins clanging on a glass. Immediately, the whole dining room looks over. I stand up and whisper the words, "Not right now." His face drops and he yells a mix of, "I'm sorry, I was just joking." After he sat back down, I verbatim said, "Let them have their moment. Let's make our own." He wouldn't even look at me. When it was time to get our food, he immediately goes towards the exit. I follow and try to catch up to him, but I couldn't find him. I text him twice and call him a couple times, but no answer, so I went back to the reception. After not hearing from him for about an hour and a half or so, he returns, sits down, and doesn't even look at me. The rest of the night was terrible. He looked like his dog just died, and I'm trying to make the best out of the night. But I felt like I was just in his shadow. I was prepping for a breakdown or maybe a fight in the car, but the only thing he said was, "I don't want to talk about it right now." And the drive was quiet and awkward. He sent me a long text about how hard it was to get the ring, how he felt rejected by his closest person, and that I embarrassed him. I tried to explain that it's not that I didn't want to marry him. It was our best friend's wedding and they deserved their moment. That we should create our own and not piggyback off theirs. He got offended and said that if I wanted to marry him, I wouldn't have stopped his proposal in front of everybody. The situation perplexes me. I've never seen the appeal of proposing at someone else's wedding and tried to handle the situation in a way that I felt was calm and chill. But he was very adamant that I ruined the proposal and made him look like an asshole, and thus I'm the asshole. Am I missing something? Should I admit I was wrong and just have let his proposal go at our friend's wedding?
Oh my God, I think she saved his ass, honestly.
I think so too, man.
She should be thanking him.
Yeah.
No, he should be thanking her. Sorry. How do we word it?
Like Sav in the chat, Sav Smelson in the chat says, good intentions, but inconsiderate. 100%, because, like, let's be honest, like, I think what she did, where she said, not right now, like, she got to him, like, she saved him, like, embarrassment in the way that it would have upset the bride.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand you both, how they didn't pick up on both those ladies going, no. You are not doing that. And it's just like we were talking about. Like, if there's no go ahead from both the groom and the bride, you do not ruin their moment.
You do not go forward with that decision.
Not at all.
And his reaction, like, post getting shut down, pretty wild, man. Like,
yeah.
Like, you clearly are both on the same page. You both want to be married.
Yeah.
You both want to do this. Make it special in your own way, right? Like,
exactly.
Don't use. She's right. Like literally, she's not the asshole, right? Like, don't piggyback off of their wedding and ruin their night just so you can get the attention, steal the attention. It's not for you. You can create your own.
100%.
Create your own moment for each other, and clearly they're on the same page. So, like, his reaction to this is, like, honestly, it's very
just
troubling
poor
behavior.
It is, right? Because it's like, man, like, if you've had these conversations, you've got the ring, and like you're doing all like everything's right. It's just you picked a bad moment.
Yep. He sure did. Yep.
Pack B creative in the chat. I like how she worked it in, saying let's have our own moment and not piggyback on someone else's, right? And it's 100%. It's perfect because, like you said, like I when you know, if I've ever thought about proposing, like proposals and all that stuff, it's you want it to be about you. It's like how when it's corny, but like when E3 was a big thing, how they had like Xbox had a day, that day was for them, right? That's right. Like no one's gonna outshine them because it's that special moment. And it's the same with like weddings and proposals, really big moments in life, especially in relationships. I feel like they have those kind of pivotal moments. They're better when they're your own moment.
Yeah, you would never see Sony stepping on Xbox's feet.
Exactly. Right. And like you're never gonna have,
except for that one video on the PS4.
That was funny though.
The sharing game video.
The sharing games. That was great. But like, you know, you're on a first date, or like, you know, not even a first date, but you're going for that first kiss. Do you want it to be there with all your friends watching? Right? Or do you want it to be a special moment that you guys share together?
And like proposals can go any place, right? Like you can get your entire families involved, right? Mm-hmm. You can make it personal. Like you can go in anything in between, right? Like you got all of that to work with. But at somebody's wedding, when they're sharing their vows and their day together, I'm sorry, man. That's a line. And like we discussed at the beginning, the rare 1% case where like the groom and the bride are okay with this. Like
100%.
Literally the only time. And even some other people in the chat said, "No, don't do that. It's just not cool. It's not classy.
It's not, right? It's just it's not." And like proposals don't have to be extravagant. Like they can be super simple. They could be, like you said, they could have the entire family so they get to watch the special moment, or they could just be just the two of them. It doesn't, like, I think I had a friend who they were just at a campfire and he proposed to his now wife. And it was, I don't know if it was a special day or anything. I just saw that they were out in the woods, there was a fire, and somebody had, because they recorded the proposal. And I was like, it's simple, it's cute. She said yes, she loved it. But what the heck is it? It's just like one of those things, like, you know, it's just one of those things that it's for you guys. It's not for everybody.
100% agreed.
I don't think she's the asshole.
She's definitely not the asshole.
You want to check some of these comments?
Let's take a look, baby. Let's take a look.
Not the asshole. Bad taste for him to propose at the wedding. It would have been unfair to the bride and groom. Not to mention tacky. He needs to get over it and move on. Out of all the possible scenarios to propose, he chose the worst option. You did the right thing by stopping him. No one knew he was going to propose, so he shouldn't feel embarrassed. 100%. She stopped him before he even said anything.
And look, she even replies here.
I did try to tell him that. Our friends, the literal hosts, weren't even mad after I explained the situation. They just said thank you for stopping him, and no one else really said anything about it. So, like, crisis averted.
No harm, no foul on this part, except now she's got to go home and have a conversation with this guy and be like, hey, man, don't be mad at us. We're gonna do the thing. Just like not at our friend's wedding.
Just pick just pick any other's time.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it makes him sound like an attention whore almost. Like he wanted everyone's eyes on him. I don't know.
100%.
Who knows? Like what he was thinking, but like. Go ahead.
What the heck is it? Not the asshole. The bride is the one of your best friends and was not down with your man proposing at the wedding. Who cares if the groom thinks it would be funny? This is a 2 yes type situation. Exactly what we said. It's a 2 yes. Like it is very important that the entire.
Some might say the bride gets more of a yes.
I would say that too. You know what I mean? I would agree with that too.
It's like a 60-40. It's like a 60-40. Maybe more. You know what I mean?
You know, like I feel like if she goes, yeah, that's great, then go for it. If she says not a fucking chance, you're gonna have to. You got to side with her, right? Like you got to be like, you're right. Rasta in the chat said, "This is like when Reed Richards tried to propose to Sue at her father's funeral."
Jesus, he did that.
Awkward moment for sure.
God, I get it. He's a nerd, but like, geez, Reed, chill, dude.
Guy's got like a 200 IQ and picks the worst moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 200 IQ, but no luck with Well, I can't say no luck with girls. He bagged Sue Storm.
He did bag Sue. Jessica Alba.
It's true.
True.
It's
yeah. But yeah, like crazy. People are saying proposing at someone else's wedding is incredibly rude. You save him from embarrassing himself. If you can't be an adult about this and keep salting, you have some thinking to do. That he thought it was all right to do in the first place is a huge red flag.
Oh yeah.
You need to pull the Uno reverse card. But yeah, here I'll do the. Was it Control F?
Control F, yeah. YTA.
Control F.
We gotta know.
0 for 0.
Perfect.
So I mean that's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. But I mean, like in my opinion, there is an update though. So you want to check this guy out?
Frick yeah. Let's see where this goes. I forgot about the update.
I did too, to be honest.
Holy shit! Yes, I love when these things have updates because then we get like a conclusion. You know what I mean?
Right. We get like there's no like there's closure.
Go ahead.
I responded to a few comments before proceeding with our convo. I read almost every comment, hoping to gain some new perspectives and see the situation I presented in a different light. After I got home from the wedding, my boyfriend and I texted back and forth. After he went to bed, I made my Reddit post because I absolutely felt like an asshole. I was second guessing everything and thought the night would have gone better if I just let him do his thing. After seeing the responses to my post, I'm more solidified in that I made the right decision. Yes, the night was ruined, but I'd be more comfortable with my life moving forward. I gave my boyfriend and myself a day to think about this and come back with clearer heads, which was yesterday. I took a lot of people's advice and tried to reflect on if his behavior was a grand showing of any smaller reaction. The stonewalling isn't super new. In fights at the start of a relationship, he would get quiet and make a small showing of secluding himself. I'd counter this by giving my boyfriend a space and telling him that moving forward to just say he didn't have the words to talk about it and we can reconvene when he's ready to talk. This worked for us. It gave him time to choose his words. We'd have a good discussion of what went wrong and how we could fix things moving forward. I don't think that he was overtly trying to make me feel worse by the silent treatment back then. However, ignoring me for the rest of our time at the wedding hurt so much. Not even saying I just need my space right now and rejecting to hold my hand by pulling away felt like he was pseudo-countering, rejecting me. This was a first. I felt like he was trying to make me feel worse, through his lack of communication. That's all I noticed. I've had a partner be verbally abusive to me before and another who wasn't willing to talk about the things they did wrong, refusing to take any blame. My boyfriend hasn't done any of that. I'm not saying I recognize all patterns of abuse, but I'd say I'm versed in a few. There's been no real history of me catering to him constantly, as others were asking. If either person had strong feelings one way or another in different scenarios, we'd often be fine with that person getting their way. Otherwise, if we both didn't care all that much, he loves to use a wheel-spinning website to make decisions. I think it's cute. We met earlier today. He came over and we sat in the living room. He broke down. He vehemently apologized and said he felt like an asshole. He said he's been reflecting all of yesterday and talking to his dad about the situation. His dad got mad at him and talked him off his ego crash. His words, not mine.
Good dad.
That's a good dad, brother. He's already sent a message to our friends, now flying to their honeymoon in West Europe, apologizing for making their most important day about him and not properly celebrating them. I asked why he neglected our conversation from months before. He said that the groom and their group of friends had egged him on in private since, parentheses, not to propose at the wedding, but to do it soon. He didn't originally plan on doing it at the wedding, but he's had the ring for about a month. He's never had any real plan. He just wanted to be spontaneous. He told me he got caught up in the atmosphere of the wedding, saw his best friend with his girl, and couldn't stop picturing us in the same scenario. His urge overran his common sense, in his terms, and he made the choice, but ultimately wishes he could take back. It was very much spiraled from there.
He got swept up in the emotions of the day.
100%. I noted that while his heart was in the right place, that doesn't excuse the shitstorm he put me through after. I expressed to him that ignoring me really hurt me, that him saying my rejection to his proposal was the reason for his embarrassment shutdown was unfair, especially since we've already established for him to not do that. He's accepted this and continued to apologize, admitting that it was very unfair of him and that he should have handled this emotions and embarrassment better, especially towards her. We had a lull in our conversation after he asked, where do we go from here? At this point, I didn't just want to return back to normal, a day where I expressed to him that I felt the prettiest in the long time. I expected us to have an enormous fun and watch our friends have their moment to shine, turned into a day where I was crying in my room, reading Reddit comments about how I should break up with him. I genuinely thought I was the asshole and who should have just bit the bullet and accepted a proposal in a way that I and others thought wasn't okay. I told him that if we were to move forward, he needed to seek a therapist to help him manage his emotions, not only from this, but other signs that he may have a panic disorder. My mom works for a mental health clinic and has offered resources before. I said that I needed time to rebuild my trust in him. He understood and is going to seek mental health resources through my mom's clinic. Until then, we'll be on a week or so break with an open channel of communication. He's going to find the appropriate channels to better himself, and I'm going to take myself on a mini vacation after the emotional roller coaster that was this weekend. We did talk about what each other's ideal proposal was, something that we should have talked about before anything was even done. I said that I didn't care for anything fancy. I just prefer for it not to be public. He said that he wanted to make a grand showing of love to me and didn't care where or how. He just asked if it was okay to have family and friends present, or if it broke my public rule. So that was fine, and he was happy with the communicative compromise. I also stated that I didn't want to be proposed to for a while, so that we could let this situation rest and figure ourselves out from there. He accepted this. Something I thought was really sweet that I wanted to mention before he left. He said, "I do think I owe you some dancing." And so we slow danced in my living room for about a half hour until he left. A small and romantic action, probably to earn brownie points, but the conversation did reassure me that he's willing to try and be better. He recognized he was in the wrong and that a joyful day was robbed by pride and joy, not rejection. This was about as ideal as an outcome as I hope. Thank you all for taking the time to read everything. But so they're working on it.
Honestly, probably the best outcome you could possibly get. He's willing to work on himself. He acknowledges, like, he's lucky to have a father that would show him what he did wasn't cool.
Yeah, to be like
very
hey,
lucky on that.
Like, why are you an idiot? Why'd you do this?
Yeah, don't be an idiot. I didn't raise you like this, boy.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Like, you dumbass.
But like verbally, you know what I mean? Like,
absolutely. Like,
good on that. And like, look, they had a good conversation. Love that. Yeah, he probably set back his proposal plans for a little bit, but like at the same time, if he really cares, he'll make it work together.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they'll work together and make it work. I love that.
Yeah. And I do appreciate, I think it was smart for her to be like, look, you cannot propose for a while. We need to, if we can get through this rough patch, then let's get back where we were. But, I understand her being put through, like, just cutting her off is crazy to me. Like, shutting them down. I do, appreciate the thing. Hey, I don't have the proper words right now. Can we talk about this, a little bit here? Like, I like that he was, willing to do that.
And appreciated in the moment for sure.
Yeah, 100% to be like, hey, I'm just a little upset right now. And then but like at the same time, like we said, I don't fuck with proposing at weddings. It's not my thing. I think the reason why it's a wedding is because it's their special day. And you don't want to be that guy, that person 1,000. That ruins the wedding.
1,000%. Honestly, good conclusion to this.
Good conclusion. Yeah, and in the whole situation, I don't think she was the asshole. I think the boyfriend was. I think he needs to, I'm glad he's getting help to kind of cope and handle his emotions a bit. Handle his emotions, man. Absolutely.
Jinx.
What kind of soda you want?
I'll take a Coke. I'm just
all right,
guy.
Dude. I wish I had one. I could just like pass to you, and you just be like, it'd be so funny.
Oh man, if I had a can like right here, that'd been like, oh sweet, thanks, man.
yeah. I had the ginger ale, and it would have been like kind of weird that it converted, but it worked. But yeah, 100% not the a-hole, and I think that's crazy. Are you ready for the next one?
I'm ready. Wait, can we take a break in this podcast, or is that not allowed? Do
you need to go to the bathroom?
Yeah. I'm refill my drink too, if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely, man. If you want to take a second.
Is that okay? That's allowed here?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I'm not gonna make you hold it.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right. Our next story.
I'm ready.
Am I the asshole for not forgiving my parents for treating the kids they adopted better than me?
Oh man.
So, yeah. Do you have anything to say beforehand?
Preliminary thoughts. This is like oh man, this is like deep familial issues that. Okay, you know what? I'm normally I would be like, oh wait, I got some thoughts on this headline, but like this could
All right.
go on. Let's read it. Let's read it.
Okay, all right. I, 25 male, my parents' only biological child. When I was nine, they started fostering, and within a couple of months, my younger siblings were brought into our family. They're bio siblings, and my parents stopped fostering other kids after they moved in with us so they could focus on adopting Emma and Luke, fake names. Emma and Luke had trauma and behavioral issues because of their trauma. My parents told me that and said we needed to be understanding, but the mindset of need understanding and my parents not wanting to punish or give consequences remained throughout my childhood and adolescence. Emma and Luke could break things without consequences, got to stay up late without being asked to try and sleep first. They got first priority at dinner for food and lots of other similar things. A few weeks after they moved in with us, Emma threw a tantrum because of the toys I had, and she smashed 5 of them. My mom calmed her down and babied her after it and told me that I needed to let it go. She and Dad told me that they weren't worth replacing when we knew they would be broken again. Another time Luke was bored and he started opening all the DVD boxes and throwing them at the wall. Most of my movie collection was among them, and anything he threw was beyond saving. My parents shrugged it off. There were times that Emma and Luke were fighting and throwing their toys at each other, and mine got caught in the fight too and were broken, and it's like, oh well. But by the time I fell and broke a toy I was holding and my parents were mad at me, told me they spent enough money replacing toys without me doing it, and mine was a total accident. I had 2 cut knees and was still being lectured without any comfort from them. There was another time I broke a glass because my mom got the floor wet and I didn't see it in time. Dad was in the kitchen when it happened. He called me careless and told me he should make me replace it, but Emma or Luke could slam them on the table and break them, so nothing was said. At dinner, they got to fill their plates first. If they said they were starving and I didn't leave anything when I took my share, my parents would scold me. The other thing was if they went out and after I got a job and paid for my stuff, if I got something, the last of something Luke or Emma wanted, my parents would talk to me like a child who took it from their hands. My parents would lecture me for only buying treats for myself too, or if I didn't share my food when Luke or Emma didn't get enough. There were other things and there's so much more I could get into, but this stuff happened all the time. I got so sick of it. I tried to communicate my feelings with my parents. I tried to involve other people to help me bring this to my parents' attention, and it did no good, so I went to very low contact. So low that we see each other at most twice a year and never talk on the phone. My parents confronted me at first, and maybe only time we saw each other this year, which happened at a family member's house. They wanted to know why I'm so distant and why I didn't introduce him to my boyfriend and why they were hearing nothing from me and why I don't even talk to Luke or Emma. I told them and I explained why so many times before and briefly touched on my issues with them. They told me it wasn't fair to hold a grudge and to refuse to forgive them. They said they wanted to be in my life, and they even asked why I never told them I was gay. They told me we could never have a future if I don't forgive them, and I said I don't forgive them, and I moved on. This upset them enough to have them venting to other family members who warned me because they're unhappy. Am I the asshole? That's crazy.
Oh man. Do you want me to
weigh in on this? Yeah, if you got something to say, man, give her.
This is one of those situations. Have you ever heard of? I used to be a heavy Reddit person.
Okay.
Hang out on like the narcissist forums and like the narcissist parents forums. They have expressions for this, or I don't know, like terms. I would call them more terms.
Okay.
They would call it. They would call golden. There was a phrase called the golden child, and then the. I'm trying to remember the other one, but essentially, Emma and Luke here were being treated as the golden children. And
for sure.
That's it's referring to the child's, or in this case, children who can do no wrong, and even though they had this, even if they do wrong, the parents will still treat them as if they are like this, like, oh, but it's okay. They didn't mean to do it. And then when you do it, the tone changes, and now you're the villain of this story, like breaking a glass, and like clearly it's an accident, right? Like,
right.
You're being treated like that. Overall, I would say that this person is doing the right thing. I'm okay. Okay, let me back up here.
Yeah, you're good, man. You're good.
If there are things that are in your life that don't bring you joy, and sometimes it's blood, right? Sometimes it
100%. Yeah.
I do not fault this person for going low contact with them.
Absolutely.
If they don't want to bring themselves off of their ledge and come down to your level to understand you, when you're while this person is clearly hurting, obviously it's
right.
It's a one-sided story right now, right? We only know this person's story. But if they're not going to level with you and have a conversation with you, then this is a relationship that might not be worth,
like saving. Yeah. It's fascinating to me because they're completely ignoring the fact that they're like both, like all of the kids are doing the same thing, like whether it be their biological kid messed up or the adopted kids messed up, but they're just treating the biological I don't think he said his name.
I was trying to pull a name, but he didn't.
We can call him like
25 male.
Yeah, 25 male. He expressed that, hey, like, you guys are not treating me fairly. Like, don't get me wrong, I understand that Luke and Emma have trauma, and that is something that does need to be worked through, but I still don't think just letting them behave like that is, like, it's basically like, hey, you guys can do whatever you want, no punishment. That's how they're gonna go through life. You know what I mean? Like, they're gonna...
Yeah,
it's
doing them no favors.
It's really not, right?
Yeah,
and they're just gonna end up being like either Karens type thing, or like people who are just gonna like absolutely lose it when they do not get their way.
1000%. And in fact, that parenting style where these kids can just get away with anything, those kids will now, like, trauma is awful, right? Like,
for sure, 100%, yeah.
But letting them get away with everything but murder, as it looks like,
essentially,
it seems, right, is no way for these kids to grow up. Like, wait, how old were these kids? They were.
Is
he 25 while? Oh, he said, okay.
When I was 9.
While I was 9.
But they never specified the ages of it. But kids. I'm assuming they're just younger, so it could have been like 5 and 6, could have been 4 and 7,
And now he's an adult now and doesn't have a relationship with his parents, and they're asking why.
Yeah. Man. Right. And like the fact that he got a job, would buy himself something to eat, and they're like, you have to share with your siblings. It's like, the fuck I don't.
Yeah, for real. It's not the example you set to. If you can't set an example to your kids and then ask them to kind of flip it and not behave the same way when it's them involved, you know what I mean? Like, if anything, I mean, look, I'm no parent or anything, but a good parenting style would be integrating these kids into the house and treating them all fairly.
Exactly, right?
Giving them all the same treatment to show how this is how we behave in this house, and not break things, and then treat the biological kid in a way that he's essentially been othered from his own family when growing up, is what it feels like.
And then now they're wondering why they don't have a relationship, because he's just like, why would I? Because I just I'm put last every time. It doesn't matter what the scenario is. These two are up here. I am down here.
And sure, and like, I can see this getting flipped back on the poster of this post, and being like, oh, well, you're just upset because you're just not the only one anymore. I'm like, well, I don't see it that way, especially the way he's wording it, right? Like, it's not the same thing, because I feel like I grew up with brothers.
Right.
Like, I know what it looks like when like my parents would treat one of us differently. Sometimes they would acknowledge it, sometimes they wouldn't. But like, shit, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. But in this case, this is just like a little too far in giving these kids a little bit too much slack, especially when you're trying to raise them. Like, you're trying to do the right thing by raising these foster kids who have been through a lot, and you're not doing them any favors by letting them like go like this. Like, that behavior does not fly in the real world, like you said.
Yeah, it doesn't, right? Because if they're at the office and they what if they broke somebody's something, somebody's personal item, and they're like, dude, like, what the hell? Like, what the fuck you doing? And then you need to replace that. Like, the hell I don't, man.
That's not how you raised me.
It's exactly right. Like,
I could do whatever I want.
Who's stopping me?
Who's stopping me? Not you.
Exactly right. So it's just like, just one of those things that is just, it's developed. It's like you said, they should have all just been, hey, these are the house rules. I know you guys have, we're gonna make sure that you guys are, this is your guys' a safe space, okay? Like, you guys are, and I understand the first little bit being the roughest patch because they're adjusting to the new life and all these things,
and that's okay.
That's okay, right? But
after a while, you got to start laying down some house rules.
You got to put your foot down and be like, hey, man, like when he's talking about how he's throwing the DVDs, dude, even like that irked me just to hear, man, because I was like, bro, like, especially just because like shit costs money. Like, it's not like, if you would have just ripped up a bunch of paper, dude, a pack of paper is a couple bucks, whatever.
Dude, it's about learning how to respect other people's things.
100%.
How to respect your own property, right? Like, you can't just treat your own stuff like garbage. Treating other people's and people in your family stuff better, like that. You have to take those lessons and you grow up with those. So when you go and meet other people, like, that behavior doesn't evolve into something else. By like just being careless about other people's things. I've had friends, just like make it like personal. Like, I've had friends that would be like I have like a Sega Dreamcast on display in my living room. This is my old apartment.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, sweet, I haven't seen a Dreamcast in a while." And he just he pressed it and pulled the CD drive open and he broke it. Oh. And he goes, "Oh, well, you weren't playing that anyway."
I'm like,
right? I mean, dude, that's not yours, right? Like, yeah. We don't do that to other people's things.
And do you know how, like, what if you didn't find one for a while, right? And then you gotta, it's like, it doesn't work like that. It'd be like someone putting just breaking one of your games. Oh, you guys, but you beat that like last year, right? You haven't played it since.
You've already played it. Yeah.
It's like, no,
that's the point.
That's the fucking point. That game cost me $100 goddamn dollars. You're gonna go get me another one.
Exactly. But yeah, it's like that kind of behavior that evolves into like adulthood, right? Like, that's
absolutely.
Just an example I'm using, right?
Yeah.
But like, man.
Trollbeard in the chat says, most people that I've known that's fostered kids were religious. OP in this thread is gay and never told his parents. I think there's probably other layers of feelings of guilt and judgment here.
It's a good point.
It is a good point.
We're just hearing about this section of his life growing up, right?
For sure.
This relationship with these other foster kids. We don't know the extent of, like the region that he grew up in, or religious if there's something religious about this. That's
the only downside about these stories is there's so much context we don't know. But at the same time, are they supposed to write like a 40,000 word subreddit post, so right. But he also didn't say.
Knowing this, I think we can infer what we've been talking about.
Exactly.
Pretty well. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. He did mention there was other things, and there's so much I could get into, but this stuff happened all the time. So it's like just him being like, look, I could keep going and going and going, but I'm not gonna burden your guys' time because here's just the gist of it.
Wait, can we scroll to the end of the story again? I want to read more about like the post. Like kids. Okay, my parents confronted me for the first time, and maybe only. Wow. So after all these years, he's 25, and this is like the first time he's like, yo, son, why don't you love us?
Yeah, pretty much, right? Which is crazy, right? So so I don't know how long. I'm imagining this has been a year or so at this point, because he was talking about how he's only sees them once, maybe twice a year.
Sure.
But of course, this was at their family member's house, and then they got into like the. I don't want to say argument, but they start at least talking about it. I guess they confronted him. Yeah. I don't think he's the asshole.
I don't think he's the asshole either. Absolutely not. Let's take a look.
Yeah. First comment, not the asshole, and point out to them, if in parentheses, if you're ever bothered speaking to them again, that you're showing them the same amount of love and concern for their feelings as they showed for you growing up. If that bothers them, it should.
It should. Oh, wow. That's like a mic drop. Let's go.
Yeah. Trauma does not excuse favoritism. Yeah, I mean, like, if you kind of, in a way, he kind of gave their own son trauma.
Oh wait, I'm looking at this next comment, but like, yeah, he's right. Like his parents are asking him to like forgive him.
Yeah,
or like you need to forgive us, and like hell he does, man. That's not how that works.
Yeah.
Forgiveness has to be earned, and the person has to be okay with like and ready to forgive.
Exactly.
You don't get
right?
to control someone's feelings like that. That's not how that works.
It's not how it works, and it's not fair. If they want to vent to family members, you should tell the family members exactly why you cut contact. Your parents neglected you in favor of your siblings. They blatantly favored your siblings to the detriment of your feelings of safety and security. Honestly, your parents should be grateful you give them 2 visits a year. Proud of you for taking your own trauma and not letting it define your life, which is fantastic. Because, you don't want that cycle to continue, of course. But it's still a hard pill to swallow.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's still pretty rough. I still don't think the asshole. There's no way. I was like, there's just no. Based on this story, and like, of course, you're gonna hear, if you were to hear the parent story, I'm sure it'd be like, no, we didn't do this, we didn't do that, and it's like, so it's hard to say. But based on this, I don't think this person's the asshole.
No, but give me a control F anyway. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
We're doing that for all, but I want to read that comment if it exists.
0 out of 0.
All right, cool.
I like it. I like it.
We got to get into like a morally gray one. You know what I mean? Like one that's like a little bit more like, oh shit, I don't know if this guy's the asshole or not.
I know, right? I do have a couple more.
I'm ready.
Okay. Let's go.
I'll do as many as you want to do.
Okay.
I'm here for it.
Okay. Our next one is, am I the asshole for recording my friend's fiance at her bachelorette party and playing the recording for him?
Oh, we need more context for this for sure.
Yes.
Holy shit.
I was invited to the bachelorette party for my friend's fiance. It was over the long weekend at a vacation rental on the beach. There was booze, a hot tub, great food. Definitely a hit. At one point, I was on the deck looking at the ocean. The bride was drunk in the hot tub with 2 of her friends. She said she felt more relaxed than she had in a while. I assumed she was referring to wedding planning. One of her friends asked if she was having troubles with the little monster. She said no. That he was manageable for now. At that point, I realized they were talking about my friend's son. I took out my phone and started recording them. The bride's friend said horrible stuff about my friend's son, and the bride responded positively to everything, laughing and agreeing. She then said that it was too bad he wasn't old enough to send to military school. I stopped recording when their topic changed. I don't think they ever realized I was close enough to hear them. When we got back, I asked to meet my friend and I played him the recording. He was quiet while he listened. After the recording was finished, he asked me to send it to him, which I did. Then he asked me to delete it, which I said I would, but I haven't yet. I feel like an asshole for intervening. I really do. However, I'm worried about my friend's son. Depending on what my friend does, I might need to send this recording to the poor boy's family. I feel like I've overstepped, but what else can I do? Was I the asshole?
Oh my God. Okay. This is like, okay, I don't know if this is in the same level, but it's like, let's pretend you got a guy friend and you overheard like his girlfriend talking about how she like cheated on him or something like that.
Yeah.
And like, what do you do with that information, right?
Like, yeah, like,
do you tell your homie? Do you let your homie know, and ruin like his wedding plans or whatever they're gonna do together, right? Or this is kind of in that realm, right?
It is, right? And it's like, I mean, for me, if I found out like, my friend's significant other cheated, I mean, I have to tell them, like, because it, like, for me, my loyalty lies with them.
So he was invited to the bachelorette party with his friend's fiance.
For my friend's fiance, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. It's
kind of an interesting dynamic. I'm just trying to piece it together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
like
I also,
he's a friend of the groom, right? And he's going to the bachelorette party.
I don't know if it doesn't say if it's a dude or a lady. Like, it doesn't say like whom it is. Doesn't specify. I like to think if it's a bachelorette, it's a it's a lady,
a female friend of the
female
groom.
friend. Yeah. Okay. But like, which is kind of interesting, right? The bride's friend said some horrible stuff about my friend's son. Exactly. So like, that's kind of weird, right? Like, it's because she's wanting to ship the kid off to military school, which, first of all, I'm sure she's never even mentioned it to her fiance.
Well, that's information we don't know.
That is too, right?
That's like something that's like not in the, well, we don't know what they talked about other than this.
If it does help, there is an update to this.
Okay, well, hang on for the update.
Yes, just letting you know, there is no click. I found it amongst my search.
Perfect. I love that. Here's what I would say. I would ask you this question, Koryzma.
Yes.
Would you want to know if your future fiance thought this way about your son?
I would. I really would, because if that's how she really felt, like, that's not going to work, because if she's coming into this family that I understand that it's a big step for a lot of people coming into a relationship with someone, whether it be the dude or the lady having a kid. I understand it's a big step and it's a big responsibility, but you should grow to love them as if they were your own if you see a future with this person.
Right.
Like,
I
at least
also would want to know,
because, like, if I had a kid and I was dating some girl and she despised my kid, that's not going to work. There's just going to be a lot of resentment between the two of them, and they're just going to be constantly fighting. Or, like, if there's any sort of, say the kid does anything that remotely irritates her, it's going to be a whole ordeal.
Yeah. And honestly, I think you did the right thing as well. I know, like, to this person, to this poster, it could feel like you're doing a very, like
immoral
shady,
thing. Yeah.
Underhanded thing, right? Like, I think you're doing the right thing by giving this person more information before they marry someone who potentially would not like their son.
Exactly, right? Pack B Creative in the chat says, not overstepping and certainly not the asshole, but I will say have the conversation with the bride to be and gain some context for it. For sure.
Yeah.
Maybe
I mean, shit, you might be the cause of this wedding getting canceled, but, like,
and it totally could have been a joke.
Yeah.
Hard to say.
Unfortunately, they got to work that out, right?
Exactly.
Like, they got to work that out, but, like, at the same time, like, you potentially save the future groom, a lot of heartache and a lot of headache.
Absolutely. If that's the truth, right? You want to check out this update?
Well, let's see what people are saying. Let's see a few of the comments first, and then let's do the update.
Sure. I get why you feel conflicted, but protecting that little boy matters more than some social boundary. If someone was trashing my kid like that, I'd want to know too. It's a huge red flag, especially when marriage and potentially a future of co-parenting role is on the line. There
you go.
Hard agree. Yeah.
Let's get another top level. Let me see another top level comment.
Top level? Okay.
Yeah, not like a treed one. You weren't being the asshole. Oh wait,
sorry. You weren't being the asshole. You were being a concerned friend. If someone was about to marry a person who openly disrespects their child, they deserve to know. It's better he finds out now than after they're married.
Person gets like he's got like a big comment going.
Yeah, this one is like more than one feeling exists at a time. You can feel bad about recording someone saying damaging things and feel bad about it because you will know it damaged or ruined things. You can feel good that you're looking out for your friend and for a child that needs responsible adults to look out for them.
This is what we were saying about the act of feeling bad about kind of going, like, saying this thing that you shouldn't have heard, and now you're sharing this information, or are you doing the right thing by sharing it?
This person's oh my gosh, this is like as long as the post.
This person's making a lot of I was reading a few of the sentences. They're making a lot of inferences about, like, what this person's life could be. A lot of people in these comments, I notice, sometimes they'll assume things about the lives of these people,
right?
Which, really hard to do considering we only have what we've read.
100%, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, that makes sense. Having a recording is irrefutable compared to a hearsay. If you simply told them, hey, this is what your soon-to-be wife was saying about your kid, ultimately she will become the child's stepmom, so he, as a father, needs to know what he's getting himself into, and hopefully he can manage the situation so it resolves for the child who's most important.
And honestly, that's all you can do, right? You give
100%.
Him the information, and then if he chooses to go through with it, that's his decision, right? Like, you've done your duty of what you've ultimately found out.
100%. Not the asshole. Hopefully he'll put his child before his dick.
Let's go.
Let's go. Huge, right?
All right. Before we look at the update, let's get a Control F real quick.
Control F, you got it, buddy.
Thank you. This is just my.
There's 4.
Oh wow. Let's look.
First one. So not the asshole looking out for a friend, but you're the asshole if you send this to his family after he asks you to delete it. It's between him and his fiance. It's up to him to decide if you wanted to share it. Fair enough.
Okay. Wow.
The next one. This is kind of trash. You're the asshole.
Read this.
That's crazy. If I'm in a hot tub with my friends talking smack about my life at a party and I'm throwing to celebrate me and some Judas records me venting, you are the problem. Everyone vents about their kids, their friends, their jobs, themselves, their partners, their dog. I'm in a safe place around people who let me vent, and your sneaky self is recording. What's wrong with you? You think dad doesn't vent about his kid either? People are allowed to have feelings they never intend to be public. That's why she said it to her friends in private. You think she's some evil stepmother because she got drunk and vented about stepmomming being hard? It is hard. Okay.
Why don't you expand those replies? Let's see what people said to this. let's take a look.
100% this, or probably wow. OP probably has a crush on the groom. That was my first.
That's making an inference, right? Like you're
100%
assuming.
Yeah, absolutely. This was my first thought on some "you belong with me" bull. OP said she's a lesbian, but could be full of shit. The only reason I see recording is to break up a relationship. She's not a super spy. She was sent there to celebrate the bride, not play CIA. Seems fishy.
I don't know, man.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm sure people fluster me, like, you know, but I don't know. Me not being a parent, I don't know how about like kids and stuff.
Sure.
But it's kind of wild. Wait, where's the third one? Oh, there it is. I'm just kind of flabbergasted that your first instinct was to take your phone out and record a private convo between the bride and her best friends. You were sitting on a deck looking at the ocean out of eyesight from the group, eavesdropping on their private convo. First red flag. You recorded their private convo. Second red flag, and then you ran full speed to the groom. Third red flag. He asked you to delete it and you don't. Fourth. Now you're even thinking about taking it to his family if he doesn't approach this in a way you deem suitable. Fifth red flag.
I think the only thing I agree with this person is going to the family.
Agree.
I think she did her job by taking it to the groom. And
yeah.
he gets to make the decision and have the conversation with the fiance. You know what I mean?
100%.
Sorry, continue if you want.
No, you're good. You're good. This bride was not only gracious enough to invite you to her bachelorette, even though she doesn't know you well, but she's marrying a man with a 2-year-old toddler. There's a reason for saying terrible twos. What she said about military school is messed up, but she's also tipsy drunk, venting to her closest friends, and has no idea that some random was recording her. The whole story is such a huge overstep on so many levels. Like, how is this any of your business? Fair enough. Okay. You know,
I see points. But it's, again, before we even read these, we talked about it's kind of like
it's a gray area.
It's a gray area, right?
Yeah.
Like you can go either way with this. Do you want to look at the update, or do you want to read is there one more?
I think there's one more. Oh wait, that's the same thing. Oh, it didn't. There's two in here. That's why there's two. Gotcha. That makes sense. Yes. Cool. But yeah, let's.
I want to know the update. Let's do this.
Update. Am I the asshole for recording my friend's fiance at her bachelorette party and playing the recording for him? Yesterday, Friday afternoon, I got a text from my friend asking me to block his fiance's number. I was a bit thrown by the request and asked if everything was okay. He said he couldn't talk right now and just asked me to please block the number, so I blocked it. I have a weird glitch in my Android Auto where if a blocked number calls me, it shows up in my recent calls as a missed call on my car screen, even though my actual phone doesn't ring at all. I was driving later and saw a ton of missed calls from her. There were so many, it exceeded what my car will show me. I kept the number blocked.
I can assume what happened, but go on.
Later, my friend's best friend, who was supposed to be the best man, called me and asked me if I had heard from our friend. I said yes and asked why. He sent me the screenshot of the fiance's Facebook talking about how people show you their true colors and saying she was newly single. I tried to call my friend, but he didn't answer. Tonight, I finally heard back from him. The long and short of it is that he asked her about how she feels about his son. She said he's adorable and sweet. My friend played her the recording. She asked where he got it. He refused to tell her, saying it shouldn't matter. She immediately guessed it was me. He refused to confirm that. She was angry and wouldn't tell her I recorded the conversation and said she can't trust him anymore. She called off the wedding. Not a great update, but that's crazy.
Oh my God. So she called the wedding off.
She called the wedding off because I'm sure in her like POV, it's like, hey, you've kind of went behind my back. Like, and now you like, because now you're asking me about this for no reason, or like, you know what I mean? Like, this is out of the blue. Excuse me.
Oh my, yeah, yikes situation are all around.
Yeah.
And like this is what we were saying before. Like, yeah, you have to accept the fact if you do this, if you share this information with the groom, you have to be prepared to be responsible, like the responsible person that triggered the cancellation of the wedding.
Yeah, like the cascading like consequences of these actions, right? Like it's changed everything so quickly. Like the fact that she guessed it was her. I'm imagining because she was the groom's friend compared to the rest of the bridal party.
She figured it. She like process of elimination.
Yeah, right. Like because it'd be crazy if it was her best friend or something like that, right? So, so for her to say that, and then, obviously, like her saying that she probably didn't even. Maybe she tried to defend herself. This is obviously speculation, or maybe she's just like, yeah, I hate your kid. And like, you know, like it's hard to say because that's all that was said there, but
it sounds like she was refuting it to him. It sounds like she was doing like the no, that your kid means everything, right? Kind of stance, but like, man, if you were a guy with a kid like that, and like you were like, I don't know if I can be with someone that my soon-to-be wife doesn't love like that. Like,
well, that's just it.
If that's how you talk about my son when I'm not around, like.
Yeah, right. Shit. Like it just seems
that hurts.
It just hurts, right? Yeah, like like even like at most you should be like, yeah, he gets so frustrating sometimes, but he's a good kid. Like I like him, you know. Like it should be like it should never be things. It should only be like, oh yeah, he frustrates me because he forgets to put his toys away. I mean, obviously, if he's a terrible two, the kid isn't putting his toys away anyways. You know what I mean?
Or yeah,
right. So it's just it just kind of fathoms me that she says he's adorable and sweet, but then like to his face it's just like, nah, that's just not how that works.
Man, I mean, this update could have gone either way, right? Like,
oh, it totally could have.
But man, this is definitely, this sucks. But I'm surprised that she's the one who called the wedding off.
Yeah, well, I
think that's like the most surprising thing.
Yeah, like after the whole situation, she goes, you know what? Nope, I can't trust you anymore. Wedding's off.
Damn, that's crazy.
That is crazy, man.
Right, what do you? Can we see a comment? Oh, wait, sorry, you were gonna ask me something?
No, I was gonna say, like, what are your thoughts? Who do you think? Do you think they're the asshole?
Do I think they were the asshole?
Yeah.
I think, like we said before, if it was me in those shoes, I was going to marry someone and I had a kid, I would appreciate them letting me know.
For sure.
Oh man, it's like, would you rather be like blissfully ignorant, like kind of thing, like just go through with it? Like, I don't know if I would. I think I would like to know the truth. And if this is clearly, it's a conversation that they didn't have until now about. The kid.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it wouldn't be. They would still be getting married. But
exactly.
Man, let's see what the top comment says.
It says, so she broke it off since he would not tell her. Did she address what she said in the video? That's crazy. Update me. OP said he didn't give me a word for word rundown of the conversation, but from what he told me, once the topic shifted to her wanting to know who recorded it, it never went back to what she said.
Okay. This behavior indicates that fiance is the asshole.
Absolutely.
Because she doesn't care about her words. She cares about who fucking ratted on me. Like,
exactly.
That's what it feels like.
Like it's like it seems like an Italian mob thing. Like, who did it? Huh? Who's a wise guy here? Like, I'm gonna get him.
And all he cares about is like, is this how you feel about my son? Like, yeah, right?
Like he just wants to know, do you love my son? Because you've been saying this, you have been from whatever long.
Look, if you marry a single parent, like you're marrying the kid too.
100%, right?
You know what I mean? Like you're joining the family.
Well, exactly, right? I mean, it's crazy. So I think in this situation, like you said, the fiance is the asshole. I don't think OP is.
I see what other people were saying in the other posts about her being the asshole. Like, I get it.
I get it. But I think I'm just factoring the fact that it's just, if it was just like a relationship without a kid, I could almost maybe see it differently. But
the comments were about the kid.
That's what I mean. Like, because like kids are like, they're precious, man. Like they're
innocent.
They're innocent.
Situation.
Yeah, in every situation like this, they're always the innocent ones because they don't know any better. He's 2 years old. You know what I mean? Like what? Yeah, right. So clearly, that's not how it rolls here.
I'm going to assume that most people are going to like agree with her at this point, because if that broke the camel's back, then like they weren't going to last long anyway. You know?
Absolutely,
what I mean?
absolutely, and it just would have been a nightmare from there. But yeah, and that was our last story tonight, Neo.
Let's do it. Hell yeah, man!
It was a good one, man. It was good.
That was a lot of fun. That was
it
I had
was
a great time with that.
And then we still have our little game here, which I'm excited to show you. How do I do this?
Let's fucking go.
Yeah. So every where do I stop? There we go. So every show we play a game with our guest, and I always love making these things because it's always fun. It's fun just to create them because, you know, everyone's got such different, you know, things they love. So Neo,
yes,
we are going to be playing Metal Gear Neo.
Oh my god!
So I'm super excited. Some Metal Gear Solid trivia because I know how much you love the franchise, and it's an incredible franchise, man. It's changed a lot in, like, you know, and it's just one of those things that I almost wish they were movies, but I'm more happy they're games.
One's coming, apparently.
Yeah, someday. It's been in development for what feels like 10 years.
For sure.
Yeah. But are you ready, Neo?
Born ready.
All right. Say. The first question. What is Merrill's codec frequency in MGS1? Is it A, 140.85? Is it B, 140.15? C, 141.12? Or D, 140.96?
Oh my god. You know it's on the back of the box, right?
I do. Okay, if it just happens to be conveniently facing you, that's cool.
Yeah. The box is actually right behind me. I could just like lean back and grab it real quick.
Hey, man.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh, this is okay. All right. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna say it's oh shit. I think C and D are speaking to me, but I'm gonna go with D.
D? Okay, that's your final answer?
Yeah.
Okay. The answer? B, 14015. That's okay.
Wait,
it's okay.
I can fact check you on this. Hang
you
on.
Can? Yeah? He's got it. It's ready.
He's right, you guys. I fucked up. By the way, signed by Dave Hayter.
Oh, dude, that's so cool.
And Liquid Snake, Cam Clark.
That's actually rad.
That is my childhood copy, by the way. Go ahead.
Oh, that's sick. Our next question.
Let's do it.
The design of which of these countries' flags are not usable as face paint in MGS3? A, Italy, B, Spain, C, Sweden, or D, Norway?
This is a good question because how would you know?
Well, that's just
how
it,
would
right?
You know this? Are not usable. Holy shit. I'm going to go with... Fuck. Okay, I'm going to go with Norway.
Okay, final answer?
Final answer.
And the answer is Norway.
Oh,
Crushed
yes.
it. Crushed it. Dude.
I had to think about it because in the world stage at this point in time is when they would have done that. Anyway, go ahead.
I love that. The next question. In MGS2, what is Fat Man's catchphrase? Is it A, kept you waiting, huh? B, laugh and grow fat? C, a dud, or D, you're pretty good?
Oh, Koryzma, I thought you were going to get harder, boy. Let's go. I'm going to go with B, laugh and grow fat.
Dude, let's go. Final answer?
Final answer.
And you would be right, dude. That is, dude, Fat Man, probably one of the coolest bosses, though. I don't know.
Dude, he's a great guy.
He's a great guy. So
aside from the bombings and whatever.
Yeah, aside from that. But our next question.
I'm ready.
In MGS3, who created the Shagahod? Is it A, Dr. Sokolov, B, Granin, C, Naomi Hunter, or D, Huey Emmerich?
I'm going to go with A, Dr. Sokolov,
okay,
who is mission number 1A in the game.
Oh, would you look at that? This guy knows. And the answer is Dr. Sokolov. He knew it. He knew it. You're right. I should have made him harder.
Can't touch me.
Our next question. The boss gave birth to who in the middle of a battlefield? A, Naked Snake, B, Ocelot, C, Raiden, or D, Solid Snake?
I'm going to go with B, Ocelot,
okay,
aka Adam, aka Shalashaska.
This man knows. This man knows.
I get it.
And the answer is B, Ocelot. Damn. Okay.
Let's go.
Our next question. Why does Snake age so fast? Is it A, Fox dye? Is it B, the genetic mods? Is it C, he actually aged normally? Or D, smoking?
I'm going to go with B, genetic mods, because it's a product of his clone. It's his cloning procedure, because he is not a real boy.
And, you would be 100% right on that one, because yeah, it is. It's actually, I was reading about it as well. It's because it's like it's like a fail safe in case he gets captured.
That's right.
So that's
him and his brother who died before this, but doesn't matter.
Liquid, right?
That is correct. That is correct.
Our next question.
I love this. Keep them coming, man. This is the best.
In MGS2, who is the NYPD bomb disposal expert? Is it A, Fat Man? Is it B, Richard Ames? Is it C, Peter Stillman? Or D, Donald Anderson?
It is C, Peter Stillman.
You're not even missing a beat, ladies and gentlemen.
It helps that I recently did a stream, a co-stream with Verum Dex.
Right.
We played through this entire game.
Oh, that's perfect timing.
It's perfect.
And the answer is C, Peter Stillman. Easy.
Let's go.
Our next one is, what is Big Boss's real name? Is it A, Ishmael, B, Jack, C, Saladin, or D, John?
This is a trick question, Koryzma. Because as everybody in here knows, everyone in chat, they would all know that John is not his name. It is, in fact, Jack.
It is. And I accidentally, I know I fucked that answer because I put it as D, John.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah. But I do remember...
Wait, is it?
I thought it was John. I feel like I remember them being called Jack.
Oh, wait, shit, I might be wrong. Wait, hang on.
Did I stump him, chat? Did I get him?
Okay. The AI search refers to him as John, but also he's also known as John Doe. Sometimes he is also known as Naked Snake, Vic Boss, Ishmael, Saladin, or simply Snake.
I wonder if wasn't Raiden's first name Jack?
Oh, fuck,
that's
right.
That's what you're thinking of.
Yes! Oh, I fucked up.
You did.
Oh, shit, you're right. Oh, I failed. Wiggles, take my Metal Gear card. Take my Metal Gear card, Wiggles.
Oh, man. I was like, because I was trying to think, I'm like, I know I've heard Jack, but I was just thinking, like, wait, Jack was...
He's Jack the Ripper. They give him that, like...
Yeah. And, like, because all of a sudden, What's-Her-Face starts calling him Jack instead of... Or Rose, yeah. And he's like, what? He's all confused.
Oh, my God. I had that backwards. Sorry. Look, it's the Mezcal.
No, whatever. You're good.
Next question.
And now we're in the lightning round. So I'm going to give you 6 seconds to answer these questions. And let's see how you do.
All right, let's go.
Our first question, and it'll start after I read the question, so you have a little time. In MGS4, what was Sunny learning to cook?
Sunny side up eggs.
That's correct. Eggs. The most random cutscenes in the game that you're like, I'm just watching her cook eggs, I guess.
Very poignant. Very poignant.
Very. Next one. How old is Solid Snake in MGS1?
Oh shit. 31.
And the answer? 33. Close though. That's pretty close. He was born in I think it was like, oh fuck, I can't remember I was gonna say 74, but I can't remember what Metal Gear takes place.
2001, I think. I think it's 2001 is when it takes place. But go on.
Next question. What is this frog from MGS3 called?
It's a ghetto.
Yes, I believe the English word is keratin.
Oh shit. Well, that's what Japanese call it. They call
that's what as soon as you said that, I was like, oh fuck yeah, he used the Japanese one. Yeah, that's what I was like, oh, I only had the English one, but that's pretty good. Our next question. A demo for MGS2 was included with which game produced by Hideo Kojima?
Zone of the Enders.
Zone of the Enders is correct. And our final...
That's how I played the game. That's how I played the demo.
Oh, dope. That's so cool. And our final question. Why do you avoid playing with Wiggles, and why is he the bench warmer in your multiplayer group?
Oh, I did not see that coming. Holy shit, dude. Oh my god. Look, Wiggles, here, come here. Look, it's not you, man. It's me, okay? I love you, man. I love you, bro. Look, you're not BT, man. You're not BT in my heart, okay? I just want you to know how much I love you, all right? Come play Fortnite with us tonight.
Yeah,
play Fortnite with us tonight.
Play with us tonight, man.
You too.
Oh man, that's so funny.
Shit, that's so fucking good. Oh my god.
That's the game right there, man. Well, thank you so much for playing.
Thank you for having me. This was a great time. I had so much fun.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I hope you liked the game.
I loved it. I could do this forever.
Dude, I would love to just one of these days. I would love to just do like an MGS day with you or something like that, or just shoot this shit, man.
Oh fuck! Look, man, I want to do this. I want to do this charity stream with Metal Gear.
Yes,
come through and hang out. I'll get you on the mic and you can talk about it if you want.
Dude, I'd love that. I'd love that so much.
That would be great.
But yeah, thank you again for coming on, man. I'm glad you had fun. For people who don't know, where can they find you?
You can find me at twitch.tv/NeoAoshi. You can actually find me everywhere at X I'm not going to call it that. Twitter. You can Blue Sky at neoaoshi.com. I'm on Threads. I post everywhere. I'm on Instagram as well. TikTok as well. Actually, TikTok's doing pretty great right now. I'm actually super thrilled about that.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, man. Find me everywhere. I post fun game clips and all the kinds of fun stuff. Follow me on Twitch here, guys. Gonna try and play with some Koryzma more often, even though he's on the West Coast.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man. I love playing games with Neo, and I love just hanging out with him because he's nothing but great vibes, and it's a real treat to always kind of hang out in his chat. So make sure y'all give him some love. And if you guys enjoyed the episode, make sure y'all subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, or if you want to watch it live, come through on the twitch.tv/Koryzma. You can find me anywhere at bkoryzma. And then the YouTube is at bkoryzma. I think the YouTube is just Koryzma. So make sure y'all give him some love. I appreciate y'all, and I hope you guys have an amazing night. And if you guys enjoyed the show, let me know what you guys think. Did you guys get these questions right? What's your favorite Metal Gear game? What's your favorite Metal Gear game? Let me know in the comments below. I want to know. But thank you guys, and until next time.